Welcome students of class 4 in our first online class of social science. Today I am going to explain chapter 1, globes and maps. The earth is a planet where we all live. Earth is a planet we all know and we all are living on earth. The shape of earth is round, its shape is round, but for a long time people believed that the earth was flat. But a long period of time people were thinking that the earth was flat like a table. This view was changed when in 1519 a Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan set out on a voyage. This thinking was changed in the year 1519 when an explorer who lived in Spain, his name was Ferdinand Magellan, he started on a voyage. Voyage means the long journey by waterways. He started with his crew from Europe and sailed in one direction. He started his journey with his workers, sailors from Europe, and he chose one direction, means some particular direction. After 3 years in 1522, the ship reached the same point in Europe, and after 3 years of 1519, in the year 1522, they reached at the same point in Europe, at the same place from where they started. Then the whole concept changed and people understood that the earth is round, and after that the whole concept of the people was changed, means they understood that the earth is round because they reached at the same place. The earth is so big that we cannot see the whole earth at the same time from the place where we stand on it, because the earth is very big, so we cannot see the whole part of the earth. Therefore, to study the earth we use a globe, which is small model of the earth. So to understand the earth, its shape, its movement, we study a small model of earth, and that is globe, which is shown here in the picture. See, this is the globe. The globe is spherical in shape. It is spherical in shape, means round like a ball. It shows the position of the continents and oceans accurately. It shows, means the globe shows the accurate position of all the continents and oceans. But even a globe, we can see only half of the earth at a time, while the other half is hidden. And when we see the globe, on the globe also we cannot see the whole earth. Only half part is shown here, you can see here. Half part is hidden. By rotating it, if you want to see the whole earth, to see all the continents and oceans, you need to rotate it, move it. We can see the other half by rotating the globe, as I told you. The rod on which the globe rotates represents the earth's axis. See, from north pole to south pole there is a rod which is going through the globe. So that is called the axis of the earth, and that is an imaginary line. The axis is an imaginary line passing through the center of the earth on which it rotates. This rod and this axis is passing through the center of the earth on which the globe or the earth rotates, and the earth rotates from west to east. There are two ends on which the globe rotates. There are two ends as it is shown here, north pole and south pole. So the upper part means the top, on the top there is north pole, and at the bottom there is south pole. The axis is not vertical but is tilted at an angle. The axis, which I told you, this rod, it is not vertical, it means it is not straight, it is tilted a little bit at an angle, and that angle is 23.5 degree. Through a globe, though a globe gives an idea of what the whole earth looks like, but the globe gives an idea, shows the position of all the continents and oceans, shows that how the earth is. It helps us to understand the rotation of the earth, and this globe helps to understand the moment rotation. However, it has some limitations too, and there are some limitations also. Number one, globes are not big enough to show all the details of the earth. As I told you that this is the small model of the earth, so all the details of the landforms or the oceans, water bodies are not shown here. They are not easy to carry from one place to another, and it is difficult to carry the globe from one place to another. To overcome these limitations, we need map to help us study the earth in greater details. To overcome these limitations, the limitations which are with globe, we use map, and a map is a drawing of earth on a paper. Maps. A map is a representation or drawing of the earth or a part of it on a flat surface such as paper. Means map is a drawing of the earth or its part on a paper. Maps are of different types. There are three types of map given here. Number one, physical, political and thematic. Number one, physical map. A physical map shows natural features of the earth such as mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, rivers, lakes, oceans, etc. In physical map, these features are shown. Means mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, rivers, lakes and oceans. A political map shows boundaries between countries, states and districts. It is given here. First one is the physical map, second one political map. In political map you see the states and their boundaries, and the last one, thematic map. A thematic map reflects a particular theme about a geographic area. Map showing rivers, climate, types of soil, distribution of resources, rainfall, road, etc. all come under thematic map. Means these features are shown in thematic map. This is the thematic map. Now, language of map. Language of the language of a map includes a title, direction, scale, colors and symbols, legend or key in order to understand it. Means to understand a map, to read a map, a title, direction, scale, colors, symbols, legend or keys are needed. Now, title. The title denotes the purpose of a map. It is given at the top of the map in bold letters. For example, India physical. See here in the maps, India physical, India political, India soils. These are the titles of the maps. Now, directions.